Just a reminder, but if your day or night is right now, I hope you can get a good night's rest.
Alright, we're gonna skip the chit chat and we're just gonna move straight on with the 13 colonies. So, moving on from Virginia, Massachusetts would become the next colony of importance. Wanting to separate from the church, separatists sought to find a safe haven for their religion, as they were often prosecuted for what they believed in. These same people were also known as the Pilgrims, and they would travel on their Mayflower, hoping to land in Virginia for religious freedom. While on the Mayflower, Pilgrims would also consult, make a form of self-government, as seen with the passage of the Mayflower Compact. Once their travels were over, they would mistakenly end up in Massachusetts, still establishing a colony known as Plymouth, a place based on fur, fish, and lumber. Meanwhile, another group known as the Puritans would leave England under the leadership of John Winthrop and his royal charter. From here, Winthrop would establish the Massachusetts Bay Colony, leading others to come, as seen with this great migration of over 15,000 Puritans. Next, let's talk about New Hampshire and its arrival. Wanting to establish more royal control over the colonies, King Charles II of England would separate New Hampshire from the Massachusetts Bay Colony as a royal colony in itself. There isn't really much to mention besides this, so I'm sorry. Finally though, let's talk about Maryland. A Chesapeake colony such as Virginia, Maryland was a proprietary colony created under the subdivision of Virginia, in which a royal charter would be given over to George Calvert. Although Calvert wished to make Maryland a safe haven for Catholics, Calvert passed away, and he would unfortunately leave his inheritance to his son, Lord Baltimore. Soon though, problems would arise with popularity differences between Catholics and Protestants, as Protestants heavily outnumbered the Catholics in government. As a result, Lord Baltimore would have to convince the Protestants to enact the Act of Toleration, in which religious freedom would be granted to Christians, but death to people who defied Jesus. Still though, this wasn't enough, and soon a civil war would break out between the two groups. The Protestants would overrule the Catholics, and soon repeal the act and abolish Catholic people from voting.